Welcome to our comprehensive review of The Bold and the Beautiful, where we'll dive deep into the latest dramatic developments that have captivated audiences worldwide. This iconic soap opera continues to deliver compelling storylines filled with romance, betrayal, and unexpected twists that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. The tension between Carter, Hope, and Daphne has reached a boiling point in recent episodes, creating one of the most compelling storylines in the show's current season. Daphne's persistent attempts to seduce Carter have added a layer of complexity to the already tumultuous relationship between Carter and Hope. In a particularly intense scene, Daphne once again tries to seduce Carter, employing all her charms to win his affection. However, Carter firmly rejects her advances, making it abundantly clear where his heart truly lies. With unwavering conviction, Carter reminds Daphne that there is only one woman he loves, Hope. Despite the current friction in their relationship and Hope's anger toward him, Carter's devotion remains steadfast. He expresses his determination to mend their relationship and win back Hope's trust, advising Daphne to abandon any romantic notions she might harbor toward him, as he has absolutely no interest in her. This rejection triggers a vengeful response from Daphne, who refuses to accept Carter's decision. Her wounded pride and jealousy drive her to formulate a sinister plan that will have far-reaching consequences for all involved. In a shocking turn of events, Daphne decides to drug Carter, creating a situation where she can manipulate him into a compromising position. The calculated nature of her scheme reveals the depths of her desperation and malice. Not content with merely seducing Carter while he's incapacitated, Daphne takes her revenge to another level by recording their encounter. This calculated move demonstrates her true intention, not just to have Carter for herself, but to destroy his relationship with Hope completely. When she sends the incriminating video to Hope, Daphne knows exactly what kind of reaction it will provoke. Hope's response is as explosive as Daphne anticipated. Overwhelmed with anger and betrayal, Hope confronts Carter in a dramatic scene where she slaps him across the face, a physical manifestation of her emotional pain. The raw emotion in this confrontation showcases the stellar acting that has made The Bold and the Beautiful a mainstay in daytime television. Hope's ultimatum that Carter must stay away from her permanently seems to signal the definitive end of their relationship. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is Carter's position, caught between his genuine love for Hope and the consequences of Daphne's manipulation. Despite the devastating fallout, Carter maintains his stance of rejecting Daphne, but this moral victory means little to Daphne. Her satisfaction comes not from winning Carter's heart, but from successfully driving a wedge between him and Hope. The gleeful satisfaction Daphne displays at having accomplished her goal of separation reveals the true nature of her feelings, less about love and more about possession and revenge. This complex dynamic explores themes of trust, manipulation, and the vulnerability of relationships in the face of external threats. The performances bring nuance to what could otherwise be a straightforward love triangle, elevating it to a study of human nature at its most vulnerable and vindictive. Parallel to the Carter-Hope-Daphne drama, another compelling storyline unfolds around Brooke Logan, one of the show's most enduring and iconic characters. After years of on-again, off-again romance with Ridge Forrester, Brooke finds herself at a significant crossroads in her romantic life. In a heartfelt sister-to-sister conversation, Katie offers Brooke some straightforward advice that challenges the pattern Brooke has followed for decades. Katie suggests that instead of continuing her seemingly endless pursuit of Ridge, Brooke should consider opening herself to new romantic possibilities. Katie's counsel comes from a place of genuine concern as she reminds Brooke of her many admirable qualities, her beauty, intelligence, and professional capabilities, attributes that make her deserving of a relationship with someone who values her completely. Katie doesn't mince words when assessing Ridge's character and his treatment of Brooke over the years. She points out Ridge's consistent pattern of vacillating between Brooke and Taylor, never fully committing to either woman. This honest evaluation leads Katie to suggest that Brooke should finally close the chapter on her relationship with Ridge permanently, rather than continuing a cycle that has brought her pain as often as it has brought joy. In a surprising twist, Katie proposes that Brooke consider rekindling her romance with Bill Spencer, Katie's ex-husband and another significant figure in Brooke's romantic history. Katie notes that Bill is currently single and has always maintained strong feelings for Brooke, suggesting this might be an opportunity for Brooke to find happiness with someone who has consistently valued her. Brooke, finding wisdom in Katie's advice, decides to meet with Bill to explore this possibility. This meeting represents a potential major shift in the show's romantic alignments, especially given the complex history between Brooke, Bill, and the extended Forrester-Logan Spencer families. However, this potential new beginning is immediately threatened by the introduction of another character's jealousy. Poppy, who has her own designs on Bill, observes Brooke and Bill's meeting and reacts with intense jealousy. Rather than accepting this development, Poppy begins plotting to harm Brooke in some way that would prevent her from pursuing a relationship with Bill. This development adds a new layer of danger to Brooke's storyline as she remains unaware of the threat that Poppy represents. The question of whether Brooke will recognize this danger before Poppy can act on her jealousy creates a compelling tension that will likely drive future episodes. The Brooke-Bill-Poppy dynamic explores themes of new beginnings, the possibility of finding love after heartbreak, and the persistent threats to happiness that characterize the soap opera genre. It also continues the show's tradition of complex female characters whose rivalries and alliances drive much of the narrative action. Both major storylines currently unfolding in The Bold and the Beautiful center around the themes of revenge and manipulation, showcasing how these elements continue to be central to the show's dramatic appeal. Daphne's scheme to drug Carter and record their encounter represents one of the most malicious acts of revenge seen on the show recently. Her motivation stems not from love but from rejection and a desire to control and possess. By targeting not just Carter but his relationship with Hope, Daphne demonstrates how revenge in the world of The Bold and the Beautiful often extends beyond the immediate target to destroy what they value most. Similarly, Poppy's jealous reaction to Brooke and Bill's meeting suggests another revenge plot in the making. Though her plans remain undefined, the implication is clear: she intends to eliminate Brooke as a romantic rival through some form of sabotage or harm. This pattern of jealousy leading to revenge is a recurring theme in the show, reflecting how passionate emotions can quickly transform into destructive actions. What makes these revenge plots particularly compelling is how they reveal character. Daphne's willingness to drug Carter and manipulate evidence exposes a disturbing lack of boundaries and moral compass. Her satisfaction at causing pain rather than winning love reveals that her interest in Carter was perhaps always more about conquest than connection. The show excels at depicting the psychological complexity behind acts of revenge and manipulation. Both Daphne and Poppy justify their actions through a distorted sense of entitlement, believing they deserve the men they desire regardless of those men's own choices. This exploration of the psychology behind revenge adds depth to what might otherwise be simply melodramatic plot developments. Another interesting aspect is how these revenge plots create unexpected alliances and oppositions. Characters who were previously unconnected become enemies through their pursuit of the same romantic partner, while others might find themselves reluctant allies against a common threat. This constant reconfiguration of relationships keeps the narrative fresh despite the show's long history. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth analysis of the current storylines on The Bold and the Beautiful. The drama continues to unfold with each episode, bringing new twists and emotional moments that keep us coming back for more. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more reviews and discussions of your favorite soap operas and television dramas. Until next time, keep watching.